If you think this is a little over the top, hold on for 2 minutes and you'll figure out it's not. Your air conditioner is stealing from you right now, and it's not even hiding it well. It's running, air is coming out of the vents, every obvious sign says it's fine, and that is the lie. A system can lose a quarter of its cooling power and never once tell you. Literally, no warning light, no error code, no shutdown. It just keeps running, keeps drawing power, and quietly gives you less for it. For months, until a week like this one rips the mask off. Nobody told you this was possible, and that's not an accident. The manual doesn't warn you. The installer didn't leave a checklist. The company that sold you the AC profits exactly the same, whether it runs at 100% or limps along at 70%, your home cooling. Right up till it dies, and then they sell you a new one. And some of this is on us too. It's your fault and mine. It's easier to crank the thermostat 2 degrees and blame a hot day than to actually check. This should end now. I'm going to give you 7 signs your cooling is failing, that your home cooling is broken. For every single one, exactly what you need to do about it. No technician, no tools, all in 5 minutes. Number 1, your bill is telling on your system. Pull up last month's electric bill next to the same month last year. Last year, this year, same month. Usage climbed with no change in your habits. Your system's already confessing. Here's the fix, and check it before anything else on this list. Your air filter. A clogged filter is the single most common reason a system quietly starts working harder for less. And it's a $5 part. Most people haven't touched in a year. Replace it right now. If the bill problem persists after a fresh filter, that points to one of the next 6. Number 2, does it ever actually stop? A healthy system runs, satisfies the thermostat, and rests. Once it reaches the right temperature, it stops for a while. Running near constantly or cycling on and off in nervous bursts that never finish the job. That's short cycling. And it means the system is straining. What's the fix? Check your thermostat. It should not be mounted in direct sun, near a lamp or near to a vent. Any of those feed it a false reading and force it to overwork. Also confirm that the point number 1 you discussed, the filter, is actually clean. If it still won't stop after both, that's no longer a 5-minute fix. It's usually low refrigerant or a sizing problem, and that's definitely technician work. And you should call one before your compressor wears out because of it. Check number 3, walk to the room that you feel is just not cooling the way you want it, the one that you have given up on. Go feel the vent in the room that is farthest from your thermostat. If there's weaker or warmer air in that room than the room that is closest to the unit, it means there's an airflow problem, not bad luck. The fix, check that every vent in that room and along the way is fully open. Closing vents in unused rooms is a popular myth that actually backfires, raising system pressure instead of saving energy. If there are any vents that you're closed thinking it will save you power, open them all. If accessible, check attic ductwork for an obvious kink or crush point. Still weak after that, you have isolated it to a duct leak or blockage a technician needs to trace. Point number 4, the 4th thing you need to check. Your house is lying to you about being comfortable. Clammy air or foggy windows, even at your target temperature, means your system is cooling without dehumidifying. And what is the fix? And this one's absolutely free, 30 seconds. And you can do it today. Check your thermostat's fan setting. If it's set to on, change it to auto. On keeps the fan running between cycles, blowing the moisture sitting on your coil straight back into your house. Auto lets that moisture drain outside where it belongs. This single setting is responsible for more needless indoor humidity than almost anything else on this list. Check number 5, the theft nobody thinks to look for, your ductwork. Leaky ducts let real cooled air escape into your attic or walls before it reaches a vent. You're paying in full for air that's cooling your insulation. What's the fix? For any duct you can actually reach, basement, crawl space, accessible attic, you should seal visible joints with metal back mastic tape, not standard duct tape, which dries out and falls within a couple of years. For runs you can't reach, a technician can run a duct blower door test that tells you exactly where you're losing air and how much. This is to be done by a technician. Okay, next, what to check? Number 6, low refrigerant, the one that should scare you a little bit. Air that used to feel genuinely cold now just feels coolish, or ice is forming on the lines or indoor coil. This is the one item on this list. You do not do it yourself. No DIY on refrigerant. Refrigerant is federally regulated, and here's the part that matters. The refrigerant doesn't just run low on its own. It's low because there's a leak. Topping it off without finding that leak means you're back here again next year. Call a licensed technician for a leak check and a proper recharge. Full stop, don't mess with it. Check number 7, parts wearing out where you'll never see them. Capacitors, contactors, blower motors that age quietly and draw more power for less cooling as they degrade. And frankly, you can't do anything about it. This is something that you need a technician for. The fix is a licensed technician who can test every one of these in about 15 minutes during a routine tune-up, and then he replaces a worn capacitor before it fails, which costs a fraction of what an emergency call during a heat wave does. If your system is over 10 years old, that tune-up is overdue, not optional. Get it done. One more thing worth knowing. If your system is pushing past 10 to 12 years old and you just match 2 or 3 of these checks at once, you're not looking at 7 separate small problems. You're looking at one big problem wearing several disguises. At that point, get a technician to actually run the numbers on repair versus replacement instead of chasing each symptom individually. 3 more, because knowing the 7 checks isn't the same as knowing how to keep this from happening again. And these are the ones most homeowners never hear until a technician is already standing in their driveway. These are tips, bonus tips. Bonus tip number 1, stop paying to have your ducts cleaned on a schedule. It's an easy upsell and it sounds responsible. In a typical home, ducts don't fill up with debris fast enough to justify doing this regularly. The money is almost always better spent on the filtration and sealing fixes from earlier in this list. Don't buy a service your house doesn't need. Bonus tip number 2, find your condensate drain line before you need it. Every AC has one, a small pipe that carries the moisture your system pulls from the air back outside. It clogs with algae and dust exactly like a shower drain. And when it does, a safety switch shuts your entire system down to stop it from overflowing into your house. Most people have never heard of this until the AC mysteriously quits on the hottest day of the year, which can happen any day now. Flush it every few months with a cup of white vinegar and that random shutdown will never happen. Bonus tip number 3, bigger is not better and it's not close. If you ever replace your unit, resist the urge to size up just to be safe. An oversized system blasts a room temperature so fast it shuts off before it's actually pulled the humidity out of the air. So you get a house that's cold and still damp, and a system short cycling itself toward an early replacement. That right size comes from a load calculation on your actual home, not a bigger number on the box. You ran through 7 checks and everyone came with something you can actually do about it today. A filter, a thermostat setting, open vents, a tube of mastic tape, or a call that's worth making before the part fails at 2 a.m. This heat wave didn't create these problems. You are going to finally ask these questions for your system that you've been dodging for months. Because when the heat gets high, something will go wrong and you'll be in trouble. So check out all these 7 checks. Remember my tips. And if you like this video, do like, share, and subscribe to Up on Top for more videos like this one. Have a cool summer this year and every year going forward.